The Elgin Marbles, a collection of sculptures acquired by Lord Elgin in Athens during the period between 1801 and 1805. The sculptures were purchased from Lord Elgin by the British government for £35,000 in 1816 and was subsequently presented to the British Museum. This statue of Dionysus was taken from the east pediment of the Parthenon by Lord Elgin and his workmen. The statue displays signs of the damage it received both from the tools used to remove the statue from its original position and from that accrued during its time in situ. Despite these marks, this work is of significant value, a physical embodiment of celestial perfection. But is the body itself not repulsive, flawed by its own physicality, belonging to the grotesque, the disfigured, the deformed? It is rooted in the earthly, the corporeal realm which we know to be corrupt. The flesh possesses only vice. It is the desires of the flesh that lead to adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, and revelry. An obsession with the mortal flesh is lust, as held distinct from the divine inspiration, love. Therefore the statue is limited, or disabled, by its own materiality. The amputated stumps of the arms and legs speak of this disability. They express the limits of the flesh through their mutilated forms. It is only the physical that can hold such gross imperfections. Through this mutilation, the body fulfills its true purpose as an object, a sacrificial offering from the physical world to appease the spiritual. Not only is the statue before us held by the limits of its own flesh, it equally forces us to occupy our own material bodies. The aesthetic pleasure we receive is entrapped within the corporeal. How can we enjoy the beauty before us without use of the same senses of the flesh that also lead us in our desire to sin? The market system operates within the same material world of the flesh. It is this system that diminishes the bodies to objects of trade. These modern trophies of victory were not acquired in glorious battle, but through negotiation and bribery. The purchasing of the statues by the British government was an act of reductionist sacrilege in which the bodies were, via the economic transaction, transmuted into mere souvenirs which are devoid of historical significance and aesthetic value. The recontextualization of these bodies into the commodities of the decadent capitalist trophy cabinet, collected by an imperialist nation to serve as proof of their cultural superiority, heralds their extinction. For, through the reduction of the flesh to a productive object of quantifiable wealth, and the multiplying of this wealth through the mass production of replica casts, the bodies take their place in the world of the profane. Through the creation of a productive object, there is also a contradictory destruction. For these bodies are now dead, and have been sent to the hushed halls of the Museum Mortuary for their consumption.